Night falls heavy across the jungle floor. Shadows stretch long, the air still, broken only by the faint hiss that warns of death. A cobra glides forward, hood flared, eyes fixed, striking with the confidence of a born hunter. But destiny twists quickly in the wild. Tonight, the predator will taste fear. Every sound sharpens, every movement threatens, as unseen rivals close in. What begins as the cobra's hunt will soon unravel into its desperate fight to survive. The cobra moves with a grace born of confidence, scales whispering against the undergrowth as it slides forward. Each sway of its body carries purpose, a silent rhythm of power. Tonight's hunt has begun. A field rat, careless in its foraging, rustles nearby. The cobra's tongue flickers, reading the air, mapping every vibration. Predators in the jungle thrive on certainty, and none seem more certain than this monarch of venom. It coils tighter, hood spreading wide like a banner of dread. The jungle stills. Even insects seem to pause their chorus. Then, with a whip of motion, the cobra lunges. Its fangs pierce empty space. The rat, darting quicker than instinct, vanishes into a burrow beneath roots. Dust settles back to silence. A missed strike unusual, but not fatal. The cobra retreats a pace, tongue testing again. Failure is a lesson, and the jungle allows no hesitation. It waits, muscles rippling under its patterned skin. But another chance does not appear. Instead, a heavier presence stirs nearby. In the shadows, a mongoose circles. Small, sharp-eyed, bristling with an energy opposite to the cobra's slow majesty. The two species have faced each other since time immemorial, hunter and hunter, each as dangerous as the other. The cobra turns, hood flaring once more, presenting its warning. The mongoose darts in and out, testing the cobra's reflexes. Each feint draws a strike, each strike barely avoided. The cobra spends its venom in flashes of violence, but none land true. For the first time tonight, its supremacy feels tested. The jungle responds to the duel. Birds lift from branches, their calls sharp. Monkeys stir above, eyes wide with instinctive fear. The circle of tension widens, drawing the forest itself into witness. The cobra regains its composure, anchoring itself, body curved into perfect alignment for a decisive strike. It lunges again, this time toward the mongoose. But the mammal twists, agile and unyielding, and the cobra meets only claws raking across its scales. A hiss of pain escapes as it recoils. The hunter bleeds, a thin line, but enough to mark vulnerability. The mongoose vanishes briefly into the thickets, leaving silence in its wake. The cobra remains coiled, victorious only in survival, yet unsettled. What was meant to be a meal has become a contest, one that is only beginning. In the hush that follows, the cobra sways restlessly. Each breath tastes of threat. For though one rival has withdrawn, others wait, hidden in the dark, ready to turn the balance further against it. Tonight, the cobra has learned, not all hunts end with the hunter's triumph. The jungle deepens into silence, thick with unease. The cobra coils tightly, every muscle humming with readiness. Yet the shadows around it seem to grow heavier. The wound from the mongoose's claws burns faintly, a reminder that even the hunter can be touched. Still, it refuses retreat. Pride anchors it here, in the heart of its chosen ground. Leaves rustle, soft, deliberate. The mongoose reappears, not alone this time. A second one slips from the undergrowth, smaller, yet no less fierce. The cobra lifts higher, hood trembling as it spreads wide. 2 against 1. The balance shifts further. The duel begins again, but now the cobra is forced into constant motion. Strike, recoil, turn, strike again. Each attack met with nothing but dust and empty air. The mongooses move in tandem, weaving a dance of chaos. Darting close enough to distract, pulling back before fangs can connect. Their coordination frays the cobra's patience, draining its energy with every wasted strike. A sudden leap lands sharp claws against its neck. The cobra thrashes violently, body whipping against the forest floor, scattering leaves in a storm. The attacker is flung free, but not without drawing blood. Thin rivulets streak across glistening scales. The jungle bears witness. The hunter is faltering. Exhaustion creeps in. The cobra's movements grow less fluid, its body less certain in the weave of attack and defense. Breath comes in short hisses. For every failed strike, its venom reserves dwindle. A dangerous truth pressing in the very weapon that crowns it king may soon betray its survival. Above, the branches shiver. A pair of crows descend, drawn by the commotion. They hop closer, black eyes gleaming, wings flaring at each violent motion. Opportunists of the jungle, they wait for weakness, for collapse. To them, the cobra is not terror, it is prey in the making. The scene thickens with menace. The cobra now fights not just the mongooses, but the watching crowd of scavengers and rivals. Every snap of its jaws echoes louder. Every failed strike cuts deeper into its resolve. The once certain predator stands hemmed in by chaos. Claws, wings, and shadows pressing from every side. It lashes in a desperate arc, body coiling into a sudden surge. Dust explodes upward as it clears a space, forcing the mongooses back for a heartbeat. The crows scatter to the branches above, the jungle stunned into silence once more. Yet the cobra cannot hide its fatigue. Its hood droops slightly, its movements sluggish, its breath heavy. The hunter is no longer in command. It is surrounded, bleeding, exhausted, its dominance crumbling before eyes that would feast upon its fall. The night presses close, and despair coils tighter around the serpent's heart. The jungle holds its breath. Dust hangs in the air, crows caw softly from above, and the rustle of the mongooses fades into a circle of anticipation. The cobra sways, hood sagging, body streaked with shallow wounds. For a moment, it seems the fight is already written, the hunter undone by numbers and fatigue, yet deep within its coils, instinct burns. Survival is not pride, it is the core of existence. The cobra lowers itself, almost touching the ground, eyes steady, movements deceptively calm. The mongooses, sensing weakness, edge closer. Their teeth flash white in the dim light, their bodies weaving in perfect rhythm. One darts left, the other right, a pincer meant to break the serpent once and for all. But the cobra does not rise in panic. Instead, it waits. Its body tenses with deliberate precision, every coil storing power like compressed steel. The jungle's silence amplifies the heartbeat of the moment. Then, lightning. The cobra lashes sideways, not at the fainting mongoose but directly at the one circling behind. Fangs connect. A shrill cry pierces the night as venom flows. The mongoose thrashes, writhes, then collapses into the leaves. The second one recoils instantly, eyes flashing with sudden doubt. The cobra straightens, its hood now wide and defiant. Breath heaves from its body, but the victory breathes life into its stance. Even bleeding, even drained, the hunter has not fallen. Above, the crows shift uneasily. Their chorus falters. Predators and scavengers alike recognize when balance tips. The cobra, once cornered, has found its opening. The remaining mongoose lunges in rage, claws flashing. It strikes again and again, forcing the cobra backward. The serpent weaves, body rolling into arcs that glance away each attack. Yet with each pass, the mongoose grows reckless, driven more by anger than precision. The cobra reads the rhythm, waiting once more. When the moment comes, it is swift. The mongoose leaps high, jaws wide. The cobra snaps upward, faster than eyes can follow. Fangs strike deep into fur and flesh. The two animals crash to the ground together, locked in a violent knot. Leaves scatter, dust rises. The jungle roars with the frenzy of survival. Then the mongoose's cries falter, weaken, and fade. Silence seeps back into the night. The cobra uncoils slowly, body trembling from exertion. Two rivals lie still, their struggle ended. Its own wounds glisten dark, its energy thinned to the edge of collapse. Yet it endures. The hunter lives on, scarred but unbroken. The crows, denied their easy feast, take to the air, wings beating in retreat. The jungle exhales again, branches settling, night sounds creeping back in. Victory belongs to the cobra, not triumphant in grandeur, but in sheer defiance of fate. The serpent glides forward, slower than before, body dragging through the leaves. Each movement is labored, but purposeful. It seeks the shadows, a refuge where it can recover. The jungle closes around it, swallowing the scene of battle. Tonight, the cobra has fallen from certainty into despair and risen again. Not untouched, not invincible, but alive. And in the wild, survival is the only crown that matters. As the night deepens, a final hiss cuts through the air. It is not a cry of dominance, nor of pride, but of endurance. Against rivals, against odds, against death itself, the cobra has endured, and that, in the brutal script of the jungle, is the only true triumph. The jungle lies quiet once more. The leaves that moments ago thrashed with violence now rest still, heavy with dew. Where the cobra fought for its life, only faint streaks in the soil remain, signs of a struggle written into the earth. Two fallen rivals lie silent in the undergrowth, their bodies reminders that every hunt is a gamble, every contest a knife edge between triumph and loss. The cobra retreats into darkness, wounded yet unbroken. Its hood no longer flares with the arrogance of a monarch, but with the weary dignity of one who has faced the abyss and returned. In its slow glide, every scale gleams with both vulnerability and resilience. The night absorbs the scene, folding it into memory. Tomorrow, the jungle will stir again. New hunts will rise. New dangers will circle. But tonight, the cobra's tale lingers. A predator, humbled, tested, and still alive. And for those who witness, it leaves a truth carved deep. Strength is not measured by dominance alone, but by the will to endure.